Well, hey, you guys. JJ Dynamite here. Dynamite! Oh, goodness. And again, that's an antiquated part of the social zeitgeist that will never make a comeback. Nobody can do it better than, well, JJ. I was just trying to think what that guy's Jimmy Walker. That's the name of the actor that played JJ, Jimmy Walker. And of course, we're speaking of the late 70s sitcom that Norman Lear, I believe, produced Good Times, right? Fantastic show. Really, really was. And again, before my time, but it was definitely in nigh constant syndication and reruns when I was growing up in the 80s. And what are we doing? Deja vu. Both on the tangent of Good Times and Arms Race. Or, as Salvador might say, Arms Race. And again, if you saw the earlier videos, I don't really have a preference gameplay wise between Mayhem 11 or TVHM for Arms Race. But I am looking for a specific weapon for my Zane version 2.0. I'm looking for a Radiation Exceptional Dark Army Plus Plus. Now, I lament the fact that this weapon was in Maurice's black market a couple of 3 weeks ago, something like that. Honestly, though, I was looking for that exact role as well, and I have it on the character I was using at the time. And I just, while waiting for the black market to reset every half hour in game or whatever, I would just do an arms race match. And I ended up getting it from Arms Race before, it showed up with the role I wanted in Maurice's Black Market Machine. So 6 and 1, half dozen in your mother. But now I want one for Zane 2.0 because I have just been absolutely stunned. Oh dear. These guys. What is this? Oh no. Not again with these torque. Oh no. Deja vu seems to be the recurring theme of the day. No.
Sal, what do you think Team Vault Hunter needs
No.
to get a pretty
What is
good
this?
today? Well, it's simple, but not easy.
Oh, it's an SMG.
Make sure
Okay.
they're dishing out more
Does it
damage than
have any
they
punch to it?
Whether they play offensive
A little
or
bit.
defensive, well, that's up to them.
Weapon
At the end of the
accuracy?
day,
Sure. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. And you know what? Let's go ahead and drop it on top of that. Yeah, we're just going to drop the stuff we're not going to use.
But when your life's on the line, it's hard to want it more than the other guys, because nobody wants
Let's
to
do
die.
this chest area. I think we've got time. It's right here in front of our faces, so...
A zest for life. A zest for life, you say? Yes, I do, Axe. And I stand by
And then we'll head towards the Dark Army Plasma Coil chest, if it's available to us.
like some kind of scrum. You heard it here, folks. Zest. Like a lemon.
There you go. I gotta remember... Oh, no. Hellhounds on your trail, Willie Brown. Hellhounds on your trail. I don't know if I mentioned it in a prior video, but I've been watching recently on... I think Pluto has this film from the mid or late 80s called Crossroads. Fantastic movie with Ralph Macchio, Joe Seneca, and Jamie Gertz, right? Boop. Okay, hang on. Tense moment there. But anyway, great movie. The kind of movie that, I know it's sort of a cliche to say this, but the kind of movie they just don't make anymore, right? But anyway, there's a part in that film where Joe Seneca's character, Willie Brown, is having nightmarish visions. And There's that one devil's henchman in his dreams. Hellhounds on your trail, Willie Brown. Hellhounds on your trail. And it's stuck with me all those years since. But that's what I think about immediately when I see the Nullhounds. Boy, that's just how the time gets away from you. I just sit here waxing all reminiscent and romantic about this nearly 40-year-old film that I'm sure none of you will ever see. And the next thing you know, you're at your final badasses. All right, what do we get? A Beskar. All right. Ooh, that does damage, and it has a faster recharge rate. The sheer capacity sort of makes me nervous. In fact, you know what? Forget that. Just forget the amp damage. We're just going to go right now with capacity. All right, how many clockwork res did we get? Oh, just one? Man, come on. Give me something better. Enrage. All right, what do we have now? What is this? Weapon accuracy. Okay. Hey, a nemesis. And, oh, well, I'll just double dog B. What is this? Don't really, I mean, it's cool, but don't need that. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can find any chests just hanging out. Truant, errant. Uh-oh. First things first, okay? Unless you are in the military, right? And it is your job, or I don't know if you happen to work in some military-themed restaurant. I don't know. You're a waiter at a, army-themed canteen type bar. I don't know. Anyway, camo is just the most off-putting, puerile, comically childish thing ever. So it's not that I go for the black immediately when I change skins on weapons. It's just, hey, it ain't camo. Right, hold on. Darn it. Decisions. Weapon accuracy. That gives us nothing. Melt chance, nah. Okay, that's a melee perk. What is that? Okay, whatever. So before we ramble on, just looking to see if there are any random chests. Not that I can see. We got that one, so yeah, we're off. Where are we going? Where are we going? All right, so get rid of those. Move that up there. Da-da-da. Yeah. I guess maybe we can do this area, and then we can do the plasma coil area with the Dark Army. And it sucks too, because the Dark Army and the plasma coil are arguably two of the absolute best weapons of this or any of the other DLCs. There's an extra chest down there. We gotta do it. Gotta Leroy Jenkins ourselves. Oh, shoot. Just a moment of indecision there. All right, got it. Let's go. Oh, no. That was super dumb. Goofed around and found out. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on. All because I just wanted to open that chest. Oh well. Hey, airdrop. Well, look at that. It just happens to be right in our path. How serendipitous.
Got some primo loot headed your way, Vault Hunter.
All right, what do we got?
End of the road for you.
Dude. Toboggan. No, no, no. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. But no, I didn't bear this out through the admittedly small sample size of one round earlier, but I was a big proponent, and still am, of the notion that, you just shoot things, it all works out. Hey, where is this guy? There she is. A Rowan's Call. Well, really. Really? My potato computer really might not like this weapon. In fact, for some reason I know it doesn't. It doesn't like this weapon. It doesn't like a lot of those Atlas weapons where you primarily just spend your whole time in the scope. But I'm just going to take this easy. But something about the way it renders the pellets just makes my computer just turn into a lag show, a slideshow. And speaking of that, oh my gosh, it's kind of wild and sobering to think that this is by far the longest I've ever gone in between upgrade cycles for my PC. Now, of course, I do it the way I'm sure a lot of people do. I don't upgrade everything at once. You do it incrementally. You start with your build, and then maybe a couple of years later, it's time to, get more RAM or, a new graphics card, whatever. And then a couple of years after that, it's time for a new CPU, motherboard. And basically, tearing it down and starting it over. But always in a different phase. You typically don't do it all at once. But in my case, I built this system 10 years ago. Oh my God. And since then, I've, I doubled the RAM. I've upgraded the video card. But that was 10 years ago. I upgraded from a 570 to a GTX 970 SSC. I don't know what that means. An EVGA 970 SSC. Super clocked. Something dumb like that. It's one of those golden sample cards. But anyway, it's done really, really well over the years. Oh, I almost missed that extra chest. Really, really well over the years. But it's only been in the last 3 years, I'd say, that I'd noticed any real bottlenecking going on. And mind you, the processor, yeah, is that right? Yeah, 2013 is when I initially built this PC, and with the processor and motherboard that's in it now, right? Gee whiz. But then, I was going to upgrade everything at once a couple of years ago when I was flush with discretionary funds to do that sort of thing. And I was going to do it with a new graphics card and couldn't because it was during the pandemic and the crypto thing hadn't burst yet, blah, blah, blah. And it was just so stupid, like the way NVIDIA handled that whole release of the 4000 series cards, or excuse me, the 3000 series. And, people are paying like $3,000-$4,000 for a 3090. It's just insanity. I don't like that recharge delay. Talk about insanity. But eesh. Okay, well, at least we got a grenade, right? And there's nothing that I need, really. Honestly, the exceptional Dark Army plus plus that I have for True Vault Hunter mode for this character is perfectly fine. It's actually exceeded my expectations. All right, well, we're not doing that. Let's go out the way, opposite the way we came in that case, because there's 2 drops here. 1, 2, and then another one there. And then maybe we'll go do that creatures area, the creature pit. But I had mentioned in an earlier video, I don't really dig doing the creature pit that much. One, I just don't dig fighting the creatures. It's just not fun to me. But I don't have any practical need for anything in there. Whether it's a critical thug, I mean, I have like half a dozen of those. And single shot and, 2 ammo per shot versions. The Hot Foot Teddy, I've got every version of that. And yeah, I just don't dig that area. I just don't dig fighting the creatures as much. It's kind of low stakes. It's just a time suck. Wow. It really makes a difference if you contrast this to the 2 videos I posted from 2 earlier ARMS race sessions just an hour or 2 ago. It's just totally different when the world is your oyster like this. And I think, I haven't been looking, but we should be doing pretty good on time. Yeah, we are. And I think we're doing pretty good on ammo. This has that return ammo function on crit, I think. I think that's just something inherent to the Rowan's Call. But yeah, this is doing well. Yeah, I can hear the ammo going back. It's a neat sound. All right, come on. Right?
But not literally.
What's going on there? Get off me. Well, time to beat it. Where's the other one? And I'm always on the lookout. Now I'm not so much, but I'm always going to be on the lookout for those Malawan energy weapon, the handguns. The shotguns, I'm jazzed about it if it's a Terminator, but I don't really like the others. But at any rate, this would be a different situation. If you've got an S tier legendary that you can have use of in the match, you just don't need to worry about element matching for the Harker fight. Lining up your shock and corrosive and incendiary weapons. You can take a Maggie, a Hellwalker, a Hellshock, or in this case, I'm pretty sure we're going to do it with a Rowan's Call, an incendiary one at that. And, the S-tier legendaries that you can use. One of the things, I guess, that makes them S-tier. Oh dear, that thing. Ugh. Wow. I just spoke it into existence, you guys. It was spake to be. Wow. Now that's funny. All right, let's get rid of that goofy thing. That's one thing I have about these, against these Atlas ARs. I don't know, they look like minivans. Like you're holding a model of a minivan in your hand. So, doop. Good grief. an embarrassment of riches. Let me tell you what. So, hey, I was talking about how S tier weapons can definitely make a difference. Oh, there's another chest. Sweet.
He's singing songs about that one.
And how you approach the boss. They're not going to care so much about element matching. Like just there, I just have this Hell Shock on Incendiary. Yeah, it might have worked better on if I'd swapped over to what's your doogie? If I'd swapped over to Shock. Oh wait. Okay, we're going over there. Is that right? Might have worked better if I'd swapped over to Shock. To get his shields down first, and then go in for the kill, right? But did it matter? In the, 0.3 seconds it took? Oh, don't do that, John. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh no, it's too late. Oh, dude. And I was just prolestizing earlier about how I really don't dig getting behind the line. It's stressful. It's not worth it. I'm just here to have fun. I don't need any of these drops. Oh, but it's so fun. Sometimes you get intoxicated when you get these S-tier weapons. And if I didn't finish the point, I'll quickly, put a cork in that one. They don't care if it's, the wrong element or whatever. If the enemy, quote, resists, they're not going to resist it for long. If it's a Maggie, I'd say a Hellwalker, a Hell Shock. I think the Rowan's Call will fit into that, category. I didn't even think about how I'm going to get out of here either. Oh boy. Oh crap. Hey, got a torrent. No, I'm pretty sure that's not even a part of the loot pool for this one. Alright, wait a minute. Pistol damage, I just did that reflexively. I don't think we really want that. What? Oh! Health! Okay. Crap. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
The murdercade will eat you alive! Vamonos!
Gonna make it? We made it. Alright. That was super dumb. But like I said, sometimes you get one of these S-tier legendaries and you just feel invincible and you just start doing stupid stuff. At any rate, I don't care what anyone says. The legendaries that you can use in the game, they are not world drop legendaries. Rather, they're a curated selection from the world drop pool. In other words, I am absolutely convinced there are certain legendaries you will never see, like ever. And I don't mean just, DLC weapons. That would make sense. You're not going to get Bounty of Blood weapons. You're not going to get a complex root or a Mother 2 mysteriously, or even you're not going to see free radicals or revolters lying around. I get that. But even amongst just base game world drop weapons, there are a great many that you will simply never see.
Seen one murder, kid? You've seen them all. But even I don't want to mess around with one of those.
I didn't even see that earlier. See, I just left it on Incendiary. Doesn't matter. Might have taken a small fraction of a second longer to melt him. What do we got there? Well, we'll see. What an embarrassment of riches during this round. My gracious. Oh, hey guys. Boop. Oh, that is so gratifying. Just to be able to do that once in a while. Come on, can I get to you? Is there anything up here to get? Look at me. I'm like, is there a chest? No, there isn't a chest, and I think we've already done this. Okay. God, it's just so foolhardy to do that. But yeah, as far as the legendaries go, there are certain legendaries that you'll never see. And then there are legendaries that you will see a lot. Like one of them being, for example, I think they have two separate pools for the legendaries, right? They have the S tier, which I know includes the Hell Shock, the Maggie, the Hell Walker, the Rowan's Call, and that's by no means a conclusive list. That's just off the top of my head while we're, you know, looking around here. But, okay, it's drawing in. That's the end of it. Let's take this map marker off. There is another pool of legendaries that you're likely to see that I would consider to be like the B team, for sure. Like weapons that there are 4 different better versions of, weapons that are overlooked maybe a little bit, or weapons that are just meme weapons, like the Mario gun, the Super Bowl, or whatever it's called. They're just meme weapons, right? Batoing, batoing, batoing. Yeah, here's an example. The Devil's Foursome. This just isn't really a very good weapon. I just don't think it is. The Mario gun. What do I see a lot? I see Torg stuff a lot. Like, oh my gosh, that stupid gun that shoots like it shoots like saw blades on the ground in outward trajectory arcs. The boring gun. Oh my gosh. You know, stuff like that. Or the doll, when I spoke about weapons that there might be better versions of, that type of weapon, I think about the doll Shocking AAA. A very weird, not very good gun. It just isn't. You know, so you get a lot of the weird, not very good category. But I think we did pretty darn good. So you can tell I'm kind of giddy. God, we are spoiled for choice. You know, I think I could take any of these 3 weapons, honestly, that I have currently equipped. Let me get rid of this Tedior. And just skate through this. I really do. But I don't know. Let's just have fun. Since we do have we've got our elements matched up. We've got a shock weapon, a corrosive weapon, and an incendiary weapon. Why not?
Boy, that murder cane sure knows how to stop shrinking at regular intervals.
Shock, corrosion, and incendiary by default. Okay. Why not? Oh wait, where is he? There he is. All right. Now the funny part
And
is
by
that
gold, I mean
if
a
I
lot
had
of
just
paper and
stuck with
money,
the Hell
which we still
Shot,
use these days for some inexplicable reason.
I would
Inexplicable?
have
It's
actually
totally
ended the match
explicable!
quicker.
You
I
can't
know it.
roll
I could
around
have
in a
just
bed cover that
kept it on
stands in those
shock the whole
currency, can
time, or
you?
maybe,
Fair
I don't
point,
know,
Sal.
swapped over to
And a disturbing
Incendiary
visual image.
for phase two and three, and it would have been just game over. Probably quicker. But that was kind of fun. And again, an embarrassment of riches. Didn't use this guy. This is the weird weapon, the Torg Devil's Foursome. Weird weapon. The splash damage radius on it, yeah, that thing will get you killed if you don't know when to use it. Like, in terms of spacing and distancing. It's almost like it makes me think about Dark Souls 3. Now, what are you talking about? These aren't swords or halberds or, great clubs or whatever. But it's like that. There's a distancing, a spacing thing going on because the Devil's Foursome works in short range just to the very inside of what I would call medium range. And it still has a weird hitbox. Like, you don't know if it's just going to land, the shots are going to converge behind your target or 10 feet in front of it on the map, relatively speaking, 10 feet, or what. So when you get it figured out, the distancing and spacing, it's okay. But if you're under pressure and you start pulling the trigger with that thing and enemies are closing in on you, yeah, you're just going to put yourself in fight for your life. So, yeah. So let's see. As far as take 'em backs, we got this anointed incendiary torrent. It's pretty cool. Ooh, got an anointed nuclear boogeyman. Oh man, I might have to send that back. We got two clockwork res. Oh my god. See, I told you. It's just funny. If you didn't get one during the match and you really needed one, it's fine. It'll be, check your mailbox. It'll be there with the Tide samples and that free AOL disc. We got a plasma coil, not anointed, but still. Every roll's a good roll for a plasma coil. Oh, wow. We got two Beskar shields. That's weird. No rolls, just plain as plain can be. Just white rice. No rolls, no anointments. Ugh. All right, so we got a toboggan. And we could have used this Commander Planetoid during the match. But looking at it again, there was no practical reason to do that. There was no real reason for that. No advantages that we would have had in combat. But speaking of legendaries that we had use of during the match, again, just an embarrassment of riches. Hold on, let me go back. Let me recreate. Go down memory lane. What do we start with? Okay, yeah, that TDR SMG, which was not bad. And that was after that Torg thing that I didn't even keep it in inventory. I hated it so much I ditched it, threw it on the ground. I threw it on the ground! Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say, yeah, our MVP for this round is the Epic Class Jacobs Rowan's Call. Incendiary. It handled well. My computer handled it well. Honestly, again, that surprises me. The last time I used one, it's one that I have in my backpack for Amara 2, the second version of Amara that I have. And my screen really can't handle it. But it did really well on this map, this incendiary model. Yeah, great damage. Didn't have to worry about ammo. That's good stuff. We, yeah, I think the only time we used this was just to change the skin to get it off that hideously tacky camo. And then we used it in phase two of the Harker fight. Yeah, and it's even already anointed for Zane, so look at that. So hey, not bad. And again, embarrassment of riches there. That's some good stuff. But nothing we need to take back. I'm going to fight against that as we head back to Sanctuary. What was that from? Why am I thinking about like Disney VHS tapes from the 90s? Was that The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Sanctuary. I think it was. Man. It's a weird blast from the past. All right, so again, not a very big sample set of data to go by, but that was a different turn. And again, it bolsters the notion that every round is unique. Every encounter is different, you know? And that's, again, what makes Arms Race just so compelling. It's so fun. Super pleased about that. And I'm also proud of our restraint, that we didn't take any of that crap and send it back. Oh well. Thanks a bunch, guys. See you on the next round.